Namaste to all. Last month I made a video on the biggest lies which spoiled the Vedic Sanatan Dharma part 1, and this video is going to be a continuation of the same. It is very necessary for all of us to understand what were the lies that were told to us, because unless we understand the lies we will not be able to appreciate the truth of Vedas and the Rishi Munis basically. So the first one for today is the 18 Puranas written by Vyas Muni. This statement itself is false. Puranas are not written by Vyas Muni. The meaning of Puran means Vedas. In Vedas, God says that another name of Ved is Puran. Puran means that which is eternal, that which is coming from the time immemorial basically. So the 18 Puranas which we read today, like Vishnu Puran, Shiva Puran, were not written by Vyas Muni. The proof of this lies in two things. Number one, if you read the scripts written by Vyas Muni originally, number one is Mahabharata, the 10,000 shlokas of Mahabharata, which I had mentioned in the previous video. You can see the video if you have not seen it. Number two, commentaries on Yoga Shastra written by Patanjali Muni. And number three, Vedanta Shastra or the Brahma Sutra. If you read these three works of Vyas Muni, you will understand that Vyas Muni was a great Vedic scholar. On the other hand, if we read Purans has got all the stories which are scientifically not possible. Like example, earth is being carried away by one Rakshas, and then the God takes an avatar of Vishnu. Vishnu takes one avatar to save the planet Earth from that Rakshas, etc. So these kind of lot of stories are there in Puranas which are unscientific, which cannot be written by a person of Vyas Muni's capacity basically. And also to add with this point number 2, that Purans are false, is Maharishi Dayanand Saraswati has proved in his text, the book called Light of Truth. If you read that from chapter 11 to 14, he has proved all the misconceptions available in the country, and he has proved that Purans were written by some human beings in the last 1000 to 2000 years, and then they named the book in the name of Vyas Muni. And there is a book called Sanjeevani written in the time of Bhoja Raja, in which it is clearly documented that Bhoja Raja gave stringent punishment, like cutting the hands of both the hands of a couple of people who wrote Markandeya Purana and other Purana in the name of Vyas Muni. So this also gives a clear proof that Sanjeevani book is not available today. There's only 1 or 2 people in India who has that book, and the place that book is available also is mentioned in Satyartha Prakash. You can read that book. So this also proves that Vyas Muni did not write Puranas. And Srimad Bhagavata was not written by Vyas Muni. Srimad Bhagavata, that is Bhagavat Puran, was written by a person called Bhoba Deva. He was a brother of Jayadeva basically. So Puranas written by Vyas Muni, because once you give the name of Vyas, people will automatically think that those books are authentic books. And if we understand why Purans were written, the Purans were written because India was almost full of India was ruled by Buddhists and Jains, and the selfish Brahmins, the so-called Brahmins, actually those people are not fit to be called as Brahmins, the selfish popish people of Hinduism, they thought that they should attract the people back to Hinduism, and they made Purans. There are 24 Puranas for 24 Tirthankarans in Jainism. Similarly, they also made 24 Puranas in Hinduism, and all these books are byproduct of that. So they made these kind of stories to attract people back into our Hinduism. Basically, Hinduism, the current version of Hinduism, the Neo-Hinduism is not the original Sanatan Dharma. Hinduism has got a lot of issues, lot of unscientific things, just similar to other religions which are man-made. So this is one of the greatest lies which we have to understand. We have to revert back to Vedas. We have to revert back to books written by Rishi Munis, and also read those books commented by Rishi Munis. Like example, Bhagavad Gita written by Vyas, told by Sri Krishna, cannot be understood if we read Bhagavad Gita from the current organizations available in India, because all those are misinterpretations, because those people who have commented on Bhagavad Gita do not have Vedic knowledge, whereas both Vyas Muni and Sri Krishna were Vedic scholars. So I would recommend, if you want to understand Bhagavad Gita, you have to read the Gita written by Swami Ram Sarup Yogacharya, my Acharya. Book is available in Hindi from vedmandir.com. You can order and read. Number 2, the next lie for today, what we are going to see is ladies cannot read Vedas. The other day, around I think 3 weeks back, I was having a kind of discussion with a person from Telangana. He was saying that ladies cannot read Vedas because reading Vedas by ladies will create hormonal changes inside them. I asked him that what is the proof. He said that is what he has heard from other people. So these kind of lies have been passed from generations to generations to make sure that our women, the Indian women, can be easily made like dependable, can be easily made and then made to sit inside the four walls of the house. But if we read the scriptures, if we read Ramayana, if we read Mahabharata, if we read Upanishads, we understand there are so many ladies who were mastered in Vedas, and they in fact did Shastrarth with other Rishi Munis. In fact, many Rishi Munis went to these ladies to clarify their doubts. So ladies should equally learn Vedas as men. The current last 3000 to 4000 years, the humankind, we always tried to suppress ladies, and then we made them devoid of Vedic knowledge. And because of that, today's world, we see that none of the new generations, they are intellectual, because the lady in that family do not have the Vedas knowledge. So even Manusmriti, I had made a video on about Manusmriti and women. Please see that video. I will give in description. Manu Bhagavan gives highest priority to female to learn and understand Vedas. Atharva Veda clearly says Trihi Brahma Babhuvita. Even Rig Veda says the same statement, and Atharva Veda says that a lady has to learn Vedas in Brahmacharya ashram, and afterwards she enters the Grahastha ashram. This is the rule of Almighty God. And the number 3 lie which we are going to see for today is the caste system. Vedas promote caste system. Manusmriti promote caste system. This is the biggest lie which we have gone through, and I have made several videos on the same topic in both Tamil as well as I think one in Hindi and also in English. But again I am reiterating that there is no caste system in Vedas. There is a Varna system. The basic difference between caste system and Varna system is based on deeds, caste system is based on birth. By birth no one can be a Brahmin, by birth no one can be a Shudra, etc. The Varna system is decided once a person gets education up to 24 years of age, and during Samavartan Sanskar, the Acharya of that Gurukul decides the Varna of that persons. And this has been clearly proved in many of the Upanishads as well as in Ramayana, in Mahabharata, and Vedas are self-proof, and Manusmriti also speaks the same thing. There has been more than 60% of shlokas have been added falsely in Manusmriti, and those false shlokas speaks about caste system which were not originally written by Manu Bhagavan. If you want to read the original version of Manusmriti, please order it from vedicbooks.com. The name of the book is Vishuddha Manusmriti. In that Manusmriti, we will understand which are the false shlokas added by British, Mughals and Jains, Buddhists, etc. and which are the original shlokas written by Manu Bhagavan. Very clearly we can understand the meanings. So this is the lie number 3. The lie number 4 is little bit scientific one. I have made a specific 2 videos on this topic, but the number 4 lie is this world is created out of Big Bang. Vedas are God's knowledge, and God says in Vedas that He creates this universe out of Prakriti, and He clearly mentions the stages, the various various stages in creation of this universe, and Sankhya Shastra gives further more details into each and every particles in the creation of universe and how the universe gets created. And also if we read the Brahmana Granthas, especially the Rig Veda Brahmana Grantha, Aitreya Brahman, we will understand the concept of quantum physics from Rig Veda. We will understand how the planets work, how the stars work, what is the core temperature, how the reaction happens. All these knowledge are available there, and none of the Rishi Munis, and including Vedas from Almighty God, speaks about Big Bang. Because Big Bang theory, the assumption is infinite energy, infinite mass were confined at a zero volume at one point, or less than Planck's length, and this is an absolute unscientific fact, unscientific lie, because infinite mass and energy can never be confined into a zero volume, basically. So that is the basis of Big Bang. And Big Bang, I have made a separate video specific to Big Bang. Please request you to see that video. I will give the description in the link, and in the playlist you can go to science. There is a playlist called science, and I have mentioned these two videos there. So world is not created out of Big Bang. In fact, Islam says that Islam supports Big Bang. I saw a video by Sri Ravi Shankar. He says Vedas support Big Bang. He had mistranslated some of the Ved mantras, which he mistranslated that into Big Bang, but the meaning of those mantras are completely different. Those speaks about how the rains gets created, etc. So Vedas do not speak about Big Bang. So this is the lie number 4 for today. And the last one, this is a bigger topic, but just to indicate to you, Hinduism accept different forms of worship. Hinduism, the word Hindu itself has come from, that people from foreigners called us as Hindus, because we were living this side of Sindhu. So these people invaded India, and they could not pronounce yes, they pronounce I, then it becomes H, Hindu. So Hinduism is not let's say it's not a religion. It's just a denotion that, okay, these people living in India are called Hindus. And Hinduism, if we understand Hinduism into Sanatan Dharma, because the culture of India in which India was named as Bharat, the culture was Vedic culture. So if we have to understand Hinduism, the proper Hinduism, we have to understand the Vedas. And Vedas, the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, do not accept many forms of worship. The Sanatana Dharma accepts only one form of worship, which is the true form of worship mentioned in Vedas. So temple worship, or booth means the ghost worship, tantric worship, various different forms of worship have not been mentioned by Almighty God in our Hindu Sanatan Dharma. This is not acceptable. This is the biggest lie. Today we say that I'm seeing many YouTube videos. Hinduism is a way of life. You can do anything in Hinduism. You cannot do anything in Hinduism. You have to do only those things which God has told in Vedas. Today we worship so many forms of Almighty God which are against Vedas, and which are actually as per Puranas written by these people, which I told in the lie number 1. But Hindu Sanatana Dharma do not accept these kind of worship. Only the formless Almighty God worship by yajna, by serving the Acharya, by listening Vedas, by serving the parents, by serving the society, by serving the nation, we can really become a true Hindu, true Vedic Arya. So these are the some of the lies which I want to expose today. I will try to come back with more lies. There are so many lies we have got into in the last 5,000 years. We will have to understand one by one. I will try to make another video as a part 3, as a continuation to this. If you like this video, if you object to this video, please give me comments. I can try to convince you, to explain you. If you like this video, please do subscribe the channel and forward this to other people. The truth can be understood only if the lie, what are the lies which has come into India, that if those are understood. So we have to strive to go to the true path, which is the Vedic path. Thank you so much. Namaste.